the story wasn't finished. You have to be careful with my language. Just open up this fucking channel again, so. The story wasn't finished. Jesus went out to the desert after having romantic time with the sheep. They made a baby with 3.5 legs without hair on it. It's called Eskimos today. That's where the Eskimos come from. It says in the scripture. I have my scripture here. Wait. It says that. Yes, here it is. Yes, he went out to the desert and he was very thirsty. So he asked one Arab, well, how would I survive here in the desert? There's no water. And the Arab said, well, in my penis, I have something very similar to water. You can drink that if you want to. And Jesus says, well, how does it taste? And the Arab said to him, well, it tastes just as it looks. It looks like gold, yellow, fluid that's very tasty. And so Jesus started to drink this water from the penis of the Arab. And then he was refreshed, he felt very good. And then he asked the Arab, well, how can I go through the desert? I'm going to go to Kenya, where they have girls with very big breasts. And then he said, well, you can have one of my camels. And Jesus said, well, I don't have any money. This is in the scriptures. Trust me, it's right here. You don't believe me. Jesus said, well, I don't have any money, so what can I do? Well, it says, well, what do you have in the behind? Jesus, Mr. Jesus, it says. And it says, well, it's just where I empty myself, you know. And the Arab said to him, well, that's enough for me. Can you borrow me that little hole for a couple of minutes, and then you can have my camel? So Jesus said, okay. And they went out, you know, and hid in a hill. There's no trees to hide on in the desert, so no one would see them, you know. And when the air was finished, Jesus got his camel. Now Jesus has one camel, he's drinking the urine, he's all refreshed, you know. So they walk to Kenya, start to make the journey to Kenya, because Jesus wants to have the girls with the very, very big breasts. He wants to have suck on them. Like a little baby. Like I did. At the whorehouse in Spain. You can watch that video if you want to. That's pretty good. So they've been traveling for 3 days in the desert, you know, Jesus and the camel. Eventually the camel's fucking bored. He said to Jesus, what the fuck is this shit, man? Don't they have Netflix out here in the desert? Something to watch? And Jesus says, no, I'm sorry, they don't have Wi-Fi over here in the Sahara Desert. So the camel said, what the fuck can we do then to have fun? And Jesus says, well, don't you have a behind? And the camel says, yes. So once again, Mr. Jesus started to do the dirty deeds again, one more time. eventually they came to Kenya, Mr. Jesus and the camel, and there they had a baby. It's called Barack Obama.